It's the Treehouse.
I am now joining the throngs of fellow Mavs fans who are pissed off. So I'm going to share this with you real quick, Trey. This was, did you see any of the press conference that the Lakers had with Luka on Monday?
I did not.
The audio here is not as essential as Luka's face. Watch Luka's face as Lakers management is talking about the trade that brought Luka to the Lakers.
Instrumental.
Look at his face.
This opportunity to us, and then staying
First of
true
all,
to
Luka is looking down. He looks lost. He looks shell-shocked. He is wearing a sweater pulled over a button-down shirt. He looks like a psychology student, not an NBA superstar.
He looks hungover.
He might be a little hungover. That also is certainly a possibility. But when you look at his face,
throughout where it could be
he's just
culminated with the trade
joyless.
being finalized and Luka Doncic, Maxi Kleber, and Markieff Morris becoming members of our team. So
he looks like a man who just got dumped, and that's exactly what happened. And it's probably the first time in his life he's ever been dumped, romantically or professionally. And it's a lot to take in. And you and I, Trey, we've been dumped. It's happened to the rest of the world, but this is probably the first time that it's happened to Luka. Lucky for him, we have experience in being dumped. We can now offer him professional advice. And this may be our only opportunity, Trey, because we don't have any NBA experience to offer him, but we have life experience. So here's what he can do now. Tell me if you disagree with any of this. A, Luka Doncic got dumped by the Mavs, and he was stunned and shocked by it. He wasn't expecting it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what he needs to do now is what all of us should do when we get dumped. Number one, go get you some therapy. Get right in the head. Become a better version of yourself mentally. Then you go get that revenge body. You look better than you've ever looked before. Number three, after you get that revenge body and your head's in the right space, then you go take some thirst trap photos and you post those all across social media, showing the Mavs what they're missing out on. Then you ball out and go get a trophy, showing them further what they've missed out on. That's what Luka needs to do to get over this breakup. Because if we're being honest, and I have experience with this, the best revenge is living your best life without them.
Well,
and we, the fans, will be left in the middle to awkwardly cheer for you.
So as far as, getting dumped, and you're right about those things. However, if I think they thought Luka could get that beach bod, they probably wouldn't have traded him. But let's not, because sometimes when we get dumped, we then forget we were miserable with that person, and all of a sudden we romanticize who that person was and all their good. We remember all their good qualities. We forget their bad. Let me remind you of something with Luka.
Okay.
So
which, by the way, everything you just said is 1,000% accurate.
This
especially if you were the one that got dumped.
This is after, I believe, Game 3 of the finals. This is Brian Windhorst on SportsCenter with Scott Van Pelt. Brian Windhorst is the lead NBA analyst, covers the NBA for ESPN.
Okay. Dallas, this is their first time on this stage. Luka and Kyrie combined for actually more than Tatum and Brown did, but Luka fouls out late. I just wonder your reaction to that whole sequence.
Yeah, I thought it was perfect that Luka fell onto the ground there in an unacceptable position to put himself in with 4 minutes left with 5 fouls, and then immediately looks at the bench and says, "You better bleeping challenge it," as if it's the bench's fault that he just made a terrible play. I'm standing here in the Mavericks tunnel. Over there is the Celtics tunnel. That's where the winners are. If Luka's ever going to be a winner coming out of this tunnel here, he is going to have to use what's happened in this finals as a learning experience. His defensive performance is unacceptable. He is a hole on the court. The Celtics are attacking him. They are ahead in this series because they have attacked him defensively. And you've got a situation here where Luka is complaining about the officiating. They have begged him. They have talked with him. They have pleaded with him. He is costing his team because of how he treats the officials. He's a brilliant player. He does so many things well. They are here because of how he did. His performance in this game is unacceptable, and the reason why the Mavericks are not going to win.
How dare you, Trey? How dare you throw facts and figures and game tape in my face right in front of my feelings?
Well, sometimes we just need a reminder that our ex wasn't as great as we have, now that we got dumped, there were some problems in the relationship.
Yeah, but we could have worked through them. If just given a chance.
Love will conquer all.
Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.